Hello everybody and welcome to Few Views, and today we're doing something a little different. We'll be diving into the world of horror and spotlighting a couple of specific films within the genre, not just within kind of like, traditional horror itself, but psychological movies, thrillers that kind of have really kind of nasty kind of serial killer edge to it, more mainstream films, maybe some indie films, ones that have never had full attention, some that have been forgotten on the wasteland kind of thing. This is going to be a mix between my collection, streaming services, new and old, and personal films that I think actually are fantastic, or ones that I think are absolutely recommending, and given that extra spotlight they never got the chance to. Maybe it's a film you have heard of and heard really bad things for. My idea in this video is to kind of bring to light the attention of the film and just give you my thoughts and opinions, and maybe, who knows, you might go and check it out and might actually love it or find your new favourite horror film along the way. So for today's video we're going to be talking about and spotlighting a film called Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. Now this is the Blu-ray edition, this is my friend's. First time watching it myself. This is a very hard access to get hold of. It's not available on the streaming services. You can only get it on the Blu-ray itself, which I think it is Well Go US Entertainment, which is a region-free set. So if you're in the UK or anywhere across, the world itself, you can access this for region-free, no problem for sure. And this is basically an updated version of Grave Encounters, a film that I thought was absolutely fantastic and really creepy and really kind of like taking the piss out of that most haunted type of shows. The setup for Grave Encounters was the idea of a group that is faking these kind of ghost kind of incidences kind of thing, having psychics and being cheesy and having those types of cues and setups, that kind of stuff, and making some money. And they go into an actual facility, an actual asylum, and things go very wrong. And this Gonjiam is a very similar movie as well, but this is a foreign film, this is a Korean film, and this is a more updated version. It's live streaming. It's a bunch of young adults that basically want to try and reach 1 million views to get a lot of money in ad revenue in terms of kind of revenue for kind of the streaming service itself. And they go into this very famous building that has a lot of people that have gone missing over the years, room 02, and which no one can go into, no one can access, but if you manage to open it, all hell breaks loose. And this is a mixture of that kind of element of Grave Encounters in the sense of young, ambitious kind of filmmakers, kind of entrepreneurs that kind of want to make some money, have some fun, but kind of mess with things they shouldn't be messing with. And I thought this is absolutely fantastic. I thought this is actually a really impressive film. I didn't know what to expect going into it, and it's super creepy, really well handled, considering it's a proper first-time director. I think he's done a couple of other short films, or maybe he's done one smaller movie before this, but this is kind of the one that's kind of like got a bit more attention in that sense. And it's nice to have these types of movies appear now and again, found footage movies. And this is something I always say about found footage. Found footage is a fantastic genre for any kind of young, inspiring filmmaker to get into. It's cheap, it's effective, you can get good performances, you can get good scares, you can actually have a really effective, memorable movie within a 90-minute film. And that whether it doesn't go from like a mainstream film like Cloverfield, for instance, or to a small film like this, good creativity, good passion, good actors, having a bit of, escalation and danger. Of course, you're going to find some ones that are a bit kind of bare bones or save everything for the last kind of 10 minutes. But this film doesn't mess around. It has really engaging characters, really likable characters from start. It has a great, unique premise. It has a really creepy atmosphere, playing with the stereotypes as well, in terms of kind of like, cue the music. And it has some really kind of nice atmospheric building moments, and it has some nice payoff towards the kind of the second and third act of the film. So yeah, Gonjiam horror film is a really unique, really kind of more updated version of Grave Encounters and those similar types of films in the genre. Absolutely worth recommending, guys. Go and support the film. Go and pick up the Blu-ray. It's not too hard to pick up. It's a little pricey than a typical standard Blu-ray would, but I don't know how long this film's going to last long for. Hopefully it gets a bit more attention in the UK. It hasn't got a kind of a UK release in the slightest. It hasn't got any streaming service whatsoever. Considering this film came out in 2018 in festivals and it's still not really a well-known kind of out there type movie, I think a little bit more attention is definitely well deserved for sure. So if you want a really creepy film tonight, kind of really kind of like a really nice and effective spooky movie, really early hours in the morning, go and check this one, guys. Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. It's an absolute recommendation from this channel.